Welcome back to Livie'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, all my artists, creative crafters, and makers. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab. Listen, so many of you have embellishments and ephemera in your stash. Some of them you've used and built, some of them you have created from scratch, like these items, these tags that I received in my latest swap from Felicia over at Where Bakers and Crafters Meet. And some of you have been hoarding your supplies. Now is the time to break them out so that you can turn them into usable, functional art. And by functional art, I mean turn them into some cards, y'all. Okay? What is the point of us having all of this beauty in our stashes if we are just going to have it collecting dust, or getting threadbare or dusty, you know what I'm saying, getting old and aged? Although vintage is not a bad idea, but for the love of everything crafty, pull your scraps out, pull those ephemera pieces out and embellishments out, and let's make some cards. Now, from what I received from Felicia, I created several cards that I will be sending out periodically. I've already made a set of 4, and I'll continue on making another set of 4. Mother's Day, thinking of you, those type of things. So I'm going to really quickly show you what I did. Because she made it uber easy. I took some scrap paper from a digital kit that I had. I used part of it and still had pages of it left, or it was misprinted actually. Some little gold bling, some trim, more paper, just distressed around the edges a little bit. And then I sat that on top of one of those cards that comes in the pack that I pick up from Dollar General. I think it comes 10 cards to a pack, or 8 cards to a pack. Either which way it goes, they're only $1. But let me pull this down a little bit so I don't have to hold it up so high. So now let me show you what I'm doing. That's what I usually do. When I'm working on a project, I will pull all the scraps that I can use for a particular project, right? And I'm not quite sure how that even got in here, but I will pull anything that the color is something that I could work with. So these are the ones that I pulled when I was working on this here. Now what I'm going to go ahead and pull out 2 cards, because I believe I'll have enough time for that. 1 or 2. Heaven help us. All right. So first things first, we want to make sure that, there's the rest of them. Here's a little bit of fabric that I used on there. We could work with it, or if not that. Okay, so there's that. Now, you have to decide. First off, you want to figure out which one you want to use. So I'm going to use these. It's just a little bit tilted here. I'm going to use this one, and Hello Friend. I'm going to use these 2. And then these other ones I'm going to hoard for myself, because she sent these to me. Moi. Okay? Not for everyone else. She sent it for me. So I'm going to keep these for my own journal. And then those other 4 in these 2 will make a set of 6. So I am going to see what we're working with here. Okay, so very quickly, Let's note, where is my ruler right now? I did a little bit of organizing and straightening up an area of my desk space this week during spring break, and now I can't even find half the stuff. I am not the only one, so don't laugh at me. You can laugh with me. Let's just not laugh at me. Okay, so we're down to the last card. Well, it's not like I did the whole batch sitting here, but I had to come back because life happens. So I'm working on the last card. Now on this card, I went on ahead and added a little bit of washi there some fabric down at the bottom and these pearl dots, as you can see. So we're going to move on to this one, and then we'll just take a look at the whole set when we're finished. Now, what I found while I was rambling through my fabric drawer, my trim drawer, looking for trim, actually looking for something to add to another project, I found this beautiful like mesh type fabric that came in a gift basket from one of my husband's clients. Every year at Christmas, they always send us a beautiful gift basket full of treats, and then there's always something in there exclusively for the boy. So they, the wife actually, well, the husband just passed away last month, and that was it was sudden. And I think my husband really took it hard. He did take it hard. Yeah, bless his sweetheart. We did go and meet with the family and honored them and honored him at his memorial service. And I think my husband is probably just going to continue to check in on the wife and make sure that the needs of their home are met now that the husband is no longer there. But nevertheless, she always sends great gifts to us. And she actually gifted my son a vintage Hot Wheels set that belonged to her brother who passed away, I think in his teen years. So it literally is like from the 60s, and it's still in the original case. And I put it up so Josh wouldn't be playing with it. You know, he can look back on it in years to come, because although they were made they were constructed very well back in the day with metal. They were metal die-cast cars. They were built to last, okay? But I don't want that boy he can go through some Hot Wheels. He's probably got a collection of maybe anywhere between 400 and 500 of new, the modern ones. So, but nevertheless, this came in the latest gift basket, this material here, and I figured I could add that to this card as well. I thought that might be sweet. Who knows? I might even send it to her. So what I did was I added the strips of foam tape just so that it could raise it up, give it a little bit of dimension. And then I plan to kind of, create something like it's probably a bit much there, something like a ruffle effect on here. So let's see if I can make that work without making a mess, because I can make a mess in my sleep. And here I am talking about Josh and him being destructive and tearing his stuff apart, and I can't even get through with telling y'all how I'm going to construct or put together this here card without any type of damage going to it. Which way is this? Good gracious. Okay, there we go. So it's going to be that way. So what I want to do is kind of scrunch it up like this here. Let me get that out the way so I can get a little bit more on camera. Scrunch it up like this, and maybe the adhesive will hold. Let's see if I can get it on there without it looking crazy. All right, let's give it a try. See how that, well, that'll come, that'll work fine, I think. Well, let's hold that in place. Hopefully the glue, because that might be it. That was a bit much, right? But at least it's not crooked. It's one thing for you to make it intentionally crooked. It's another thing altogether for it to be, lopsided, and it looked that way, All right, so I'm gonna put something on top of this for a moment so it can dry, and then and then we'll go through all of the cards, all right? Okay, so we're back. These are the cards that we made from the set of tags that Felicia from Where Baking and Crafting Meets sent me, all right? So here's the first one, or should I say the one that I made on camera. Right, we've got pearls, we've got washi, we've got some scrap paper, a little bit of gold fabric, gold and white fabric at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that that's like, oh, actually, no, it's got a little, the gold is kind of like a brushed gold. Anyways, moving on to the next one, as I showed you before. Look at that, sparkly, sparkly. Then we've got Have a Beautiful Day with the trim, the bling, scrap paper. We've got Wishing You Well with splatter, paint splatter, and enamel dots, and a little bit of baker's twine on that one as well. We've got black and gold dot scrap paper in the background, along with the fabric and some bling. I mean, these are really easy to put together. And then, of course, is the last one. It still isn't fully, still hasn't fully dried, but once I put it underneath a set of books, it'll be fine. So these are the ones that I finished, that I completed, I should say. And I think I need to add one cute little ribbon onto this one as well. Should I do that one with this? I think so. I think I'll use purple ribbon. Gracious. Add that finishing touch. And honestly, if you guys have, you know, if you've got tags and journaling cards that you've created, or just ephemera that you've created, embellishments, these are perfect ways to use them. Use them up so that they're not just sitting around, and it can bring a little bit of happiness to someone else's day. You know, just pop them on some card stock, or these pre-made cards, and you've got yourself a little bit of sunshine to be dropped into the mail to bring a smile to someone's face. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope this has given you a little bit of inspiration and some ideas on how to use your ephemera and embellishments. And until we're back here together on YouTube, guys, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative and crafty, and don't forget, wash your hands, wear a mask, 6 feet of distance from strangers, so that we can get through this pandemic and get back to being in each other's faces, right? It's nothing like hugging somebody's neck that you have not seen in a while. All right, guys, bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.